Alright, what's up everybody? Dante Fido here, and we are bringing you 4.0 of Omega. And a little fun fact about me, the very first Final Fantasy I ever played, and my absolute favorite one, and really one of the only ones that I've ever actually beaten completely from start to finish, I've got other videos of it on my YouTube, is Final Fantasy V. I know people who watched my videos, and people that I've talked to in stream when I'm playing, I've had people ask me like, hey man, what's your favorite Final Fantasy? And every single time I have responded, Final Fantasy V. I love Final Fantasy V, dude. It is my all-time favorite Final Fantasy. And I feel that it paved the way for all the Final Fantasies really to come after it. Mainly just because of the huge way it played a part with the job system. That was huge in that game. But it's got some really memorable characters, and most of all, it's got some really memorable bosses. And right now, we are fighting Exdeath from Final Fantasy V. And holy shit, man. I saw this fight and I was like, oh my god, yes! I know a bunch of other people were too. The fact that we've got an endgame boss as like a raid in this, to me, it's like if you were to walk in here and this is more relatable for people, and you saw that the final boss of the Omega raid was like Sephiroth. That's how it is to me with Exdeath. Like, I see that Exdeath is the boss and I'm like, oh my god, nerdgasm chills. That is amazing. And this fight, I have to admit, is pretty freaking sweet. But it's as awesome as it is, he's honestly got some really easy mechanics. He's really not that difficult at all. He only does about 6 different moves that just repeat through the whole fight. Alright, so let's try this again with no wipes this time. Freaking A. People ran into black holes. Like, are you kidding me? That's like the easiest mechanic to avoid. We'll get there, though. He wants to do timer. Alright, anyway, so here is Exdeath and all his freaking awesomeness right here. So right off the bat, he puts Doom on 2 people, and then he doesn't, that can be as soon as off, and then he doesn't cast that again for the rest of the fight. That's just a reference to his fight in FF14, or FF5, which is pretty cool that they just like gave him this one-time move just to reference his fight. Freaking love Square, man. They do some cool shit. So here's Thunder 3. That's going to put a debuff on me, and it's a tank buster. So really at 2 stacks, you want to tank swap. I usually don't, just because honestly I'm tanky enough to where I don't have to. If you cycle out Rampart, Shadowskin, and Darkmind, you have enough to where each one of those will come back up as you use them, and you always have a cooldown to pop on that tank buster with Blackest Night, and you're never taking any damage. So that was Channel Void Fire 3, which basically means you get a... Okay, so here's Channel Void Thunder 3. That means Run Out. There we go. So the Fire 3 one puts a debuff on you that makes you take damage when you get hit, or when you do an attack. It does hardly any damage, though. And then Blizzard 3, when he's channeling it, just run, and otherwise you'll get frozen like that dagger right there. So here's another Channel Thunder 3, Run Out. Here's Fire 3 normally, which is just an AoE that he puts on people. Just dodge it. Don't stack on people with it. It's gonna hurt. He should do a Thunder 3 now, too. He is. I'm gonna pop Dark Mind. I'm gonna pop Blackest Night. He should be good to go. He shouldn't kill me at all with this. Yeah, hardly any damage. Alright, and then he wants the tank swap, which is cool. I'll let him tank swap. He wants tank swap, he can tank swap. Alright, so here's Vacuum Wave. This is just a giant knockback. Jump back in on it. And then he's doing Holy, which you want to stack up for, which I kind of didn't really. So here's Channel Blizzard 3 again. Just be running around. And it hits me for 0. Alright, so there's Thunder 3, that's Tank Buster on me, on tank. Vacuum Wave. Lock in on him. There's another holy. I'll stack up for it this time, like it should be. Alright, so here's the decisive battle. So now he is going to turn into his tree form. And he's going to do, and I'm actually going to pop Blackest Night so I can get some Dark Age right here. Here. And you want to run away from that. Just run right behind it because it's going to do a Conal AoE. And it turns you into a zombie too, so now that guy's a zombie. That's great. He's a zombie for like 15 seconds, I think it is. That's a while. So now he's got Holy on him. And then you need to spread all of those out. Just spread them out. Just run to basically form a triangle, kind of is the best way to do it. And then he's also going to follow it up with Meteor too. And that Meteor's just a giant AoE. So now he's going to do Black Hole, which means he's just going to spawn up a bunch of Black Holes. Don't run into them. They explode and they hurt. He's going to do Thunder 3, so just run out. Like as far as you can without getting hit. Like that. And he's going to do Holy, so you want to stack up. Here's another Meteor, which just means AoE heals. Smoke if you got him. Thunder 3, I'm gonna pop Rampart and Blackest Night. Easy enough. Black Hole again. See what he does this time. Channel Fire 3, all that means is just don't attack. Okay, I'm marked, so I'm gonna run to the edge. Spread this out as much as you can. That was pretty good spread out. He's gonna do another Thunder 3 in a second here. Oh, he's gonna do Meteor and then he's gonna do Thunder 3. Thunder 3. Some heals would be pretty awesome. There we go. He ran in on it early. It's an AoE, and he ran in on it early, so he got the Octane got himself a stack of it right there too. Oh, here's Decisive Battle again. Okay, this time though, there's only going to be one safe spot, combined with that dude coming out. There's only one place to go, and that is forward, and you want to run. That dude again. I don't get how he's getting hit by that. Literally just run forward. That's all you gotta do, man. Just run. Oh, Vacuum Wave. That dude is gonna get knocked off, and I'm gonna laugh. Oh no, he didn't. All right, there's Holy. We could use some AoE heals. And now Meteor. Spread it out. Or Flare, and now Meteor. More AoEs. This dude loves to do his AoEs, man. Honestly, this is like White Mage's best fight right here. Just spam Medica and Cure 3. Just let it rip. Beyblade style. Here's Black Hole. See what he does with it. He's doing Blizzard 3, so run around all crazy like. So it won't do anything. Here we go. Following it up with another Blizzard 3. So look out. Do another Meteor. That Red Mage needs to be topped off or he's dead in a second. Boom! Red Mage is dead. Called that one. Under 3, I will tank swap after this. I'm not running early. Tank swap, thank you. Black Hole. Should be able to use this to refill my meter, actually. Yeah, there we go. Blizzard 3 channel, which means run. Ooh, followed by Vacuum Wave. Okay, we need to stack. Or not stack, but get behind him. Jump back in. Meteor, heals. I should be getting hit with a Thunder 3 in a second here. Yeah, there we go. Just pop cooldowns. It didn't even hit. It did 0 damage to me. That's pretty funny. Decisive battle one more time. So this decisive battle is not based on like health percentage. It's based on his like rotation of the fight. Oh yeah, and there's Exdeath right there on top of it, just like he was in the game. That's so freaking sick. Ooh, vacuum wave, don't want to get knocked off. Ooh, stack up for holy. We got flare. By meteor. And there it is. So that was the Exdeath fight. Ooh, speaking of wind-up Exdeath. 69, yeah. Man. Fun times. Most maniacal tree beings bent on world domination are not usually intimidated by turtles. This one is. Oh, I completely understand that. I know exactly what they're talking about right there. That part was pretty freaking funny, too. Ah, man. That's some good stuff right there. Oh, I might win it with a 69, maybe? Maybe? Wind up Exdeath? Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, somebody rolled a... Wow, a 95. Holy shit. I guess I'll give it to the Taint for being pretty legit. He had those Taint swaps down pretty well. But yeah, that was Exdeath. Totally super hyped that fight is in the game, man. I cannot wait to see the Savage version of that. Like, holy shit, that's gonna be awesome. And for those of you curious who have played Final Fantasy V, it may have skipped the scene because I've already beat it. But when you kill all the other bosses in Omega, they kind of like disappear in like a digital form, more or less. Except for Exdeath. When you kill Exdeath, his ending cutscene is him getting sucked into the void, which is exactly what happened when he became Neo Exdeath in Final Fantasy V. Spoiler alert. So just like as soon as because I was hoping, I was like, oh my god, please let there be a Neo Exdeath part. Please tell me he transforms and turns into Neo Exdeath. But he doesn't. He doesn't. He just does his tree form and then his normal form. But then at the end, he gets sucked into the void, which means, ladies and gentlemen, we have not seen the end of Exdeath. Neo Exdeath, I guarantee you, will be another fight. We'll probably get it as the last part of the end of the second part of the Omega run, which means we'll probably see it in patch 4.2, which is at earliest like 6 months down the road. So just when you guys have forgotten about Exdeath because he came out this early, he's gonna be back and he's gonna be a badass. I cannot wait for the Neo Exdeath fight. Oh my god, that's gonna be amazing. It's pretty much all but guaranteed with the way they ended that. They copied it exactly the way they did in the game, and that's freaking awesome. I love Square. I love FF14. Hype! But that was it. That was the Exdeath fight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and peace!